I still think it's pretty. It's a pretty block. Hello friends, I'm Nancy with Simply Quilting, and I'm still working on the quilt along with Jessica Dayon. I'm a little behind, but I wanted to share block 13 because that's where I am at right now. And here is that block 13, in my colors of course. Now I'll be honest with y'all, this block not only ate my lunch, but it was waiting for dessert. Just one part of it though, this little part right here, and even Jessica said in her video that it was difficult, but not to worry because she was going to explain it. And she did. And I watched her several times before I finally figured out a way to do it that would work with my brain. I've done 2 of these, but now I'm going to show you on these other 2 how I figured out how to do them. So let me move the camera and we'll get a better position here. So here are my pieces right here. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pieces. And I'm going to take these out and lay them on my cutting board so that we can get just a little bit better view. And I'm going to try to lay these to where they will be facing you. Here we go. Now on her blue one, all of these are blue. I think on her red, white, and blue one they're different. But I'm going to leave them a little bit, spaced a little bit apart so that you can kind of see. A little bit better here. Oh, that's not right. See how my brain is? Okay. There's our parts. Now you could just start sewing these together, thinking, oh, that's easy, I can do that. But if you do it wrong, they come out bulky and ugly. Ask me how I know that. Alright, so what I've done is I have made up some little numbers and I've labeled them about what needs to go first, second, third, fourth, and fifth. So the first thing she wants us to do is to put these 2 together. So I'm putting a number 1 on those 2. They will be stitched together right here along this seam line. Hope y'all can see that okay. Alright, so that gets put together. I'm going to go ahead and label them all and then we'll put them together. The second thing is this half square triangle unit right here. Now I have cut mine from AccuQuilt. I tried it the other way, just cutting with my ruler, but I got the measurements wrong and messed up, so I found the right AccuQuilt that would work with it. That's why my little corners are squared off. So number 2 is to put this half square triangle unit together. So I'm going to put a number 2 on that. 1, 2. And then the next thing is going to be this one, and it will be stitched here. And that's number 3. And then number 4 is this half square triangle, which will go right there. And then number 5 will be these 2 put together like that. And what I did was, once I figured it out, I took a picture on my phone and then I sat there with the picture while I put these together. So number 1, let me sew that together and then we'll put it back. 1/4 inch seam. And I believe she pressed it to the dark side. I think I might have opened my seams up, but we'll try it this way first. Okay, so number 1 is done. I'm going to kind of lay it back down where it belongs there. Number 2 is to make this half square triangle unit right here. Okay, make sure you put it with the color next to the other colors, the white facing down. I think I opened that seam up on mine, but that's your choice if you want to open your seams or keep them closed. Okay, number 3 goes to here. Now, once you get the hang of this, you could chain piece all 4 of your units at one time, because you have one on each side of your block. Okay, there's 3. This was 2. Now 4 goes right here. Press that a little bit. Okay, let's see. Yes, that's right. It's 4, 3, 2. Okay, number 5. You're going to put these 2 together. Makes you kind of feel like you're paper piecing, doesn't it? Going by numbers, sewing by number. Okay, let's see. Is that right? No. Did I sew that together wrong? That goes there. Oh, I did it right. Okay, so now we have 3 units, and you can see how easy this is going to be to put together. Just going to sew this one to here and that one to there. So now we can take our numbers off. And we'll just flip this one over here. Okay, so this one will go here. Try not to stretch anything. Okay, that one. Okay, now we just like one more. And there's our unit all put together. These 2 units will go onto the middle unit. So what I'm doing now is sewing these squares onto this one that I already had finished. And I've got one more down here to do before I can put the whole thing together. So let me get those. That was the only part that I thought that gave me a problem. There's that unit. We have 2 like this. Okay, let me get this last unit here put together, and then we'll sew this together just like a 9-patch. Once this is put together, because these are already done, like an uneven 9-patch, and then we'll go on to block 14. And there's the middle section. Now I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to go ahead and open these two and press them out. And there it is with those two seams pressed open. Now we are ready to assemble the rest of the block. You can do these two seams are opened up, so they're going to be okay. On this side though, there's like 3 layers, so you might want to trim that down just a little bit on the sides. You don't have to take them all out. You can just take 1 or 2 layers off if you want to. Or you can just take them all. And that will help it to lie flatter. And we'll line these seams up on each side. I'll put a clip. You may be good enough that you don't need to clip or pin anything, but I'm trying to play it on the side of it could happen. Make sure that I do the best that I can, so I don't have to go back and redo. I had to redo enough on this block when I was trying to learn how to do it. There's that. One more. Okay, here are my 2 blocks. All of them will have to be squared up just a little bit, but they don't have, they can't. Actually, mine are, Jessica's are coming out 12.5 unfinished, but mine are actually coming out about 12.25. But that's okay as long as they are consistent. As long as they're all consistent, it's fine. Alright, let me make a little sticker for this one and pin it on there. This is number 13, block 13. Like I said, I'm making 2 blocks of each so that I can make 2 quilts, hopefully. I think my fabric is going to hold out through the last 2 blocks, and hopefully through the pieced borders. I'm not sure what kind of sashing she's going to do, but we shall see. Block 13 all finished. I'll put it with the others. This stack's getting pretty heavy. These are such pretty colors, pretty blocks. I'll go through them all again when I get the last 2 done. But this design board's getting pretty heavy here. Alright, now I'm going to have to go and see what kind of fabrics that I need. I'm going to have to get my picture of block 14 and see what else I need. So as you saw in the video, I did make a mistake on this one. I turned these units right here the wrong way. I should have had the white going this way. And I did put them together correctly. I just flipped them around the wrong way on all 4 of them. But I think it's still pretty, still a nice block, so I decided to leave it. rather than to rip all of that out just to make it look exactly like Jessica's. So I'm happy with it. I think it is fine. Okay, I have week 14 cut and laid out, and I've already put my half square triangle units together. Be sure you check Jessica's pattern for the measurements on these. Now I just need to make all of my 4-patch units. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets, 10 sets because I'm doing 2 blocks. So let me get started on those. Okay, when I place them back, I'm just making sure that my whites are going diagonally this direction and my blues this direction. So there's one corner unit, and I'll keep working on these for a little while. Okay, all of the units are ready to put together like a 9-patch. Start on this side, do these, and these, and then come back and put the rest on. Wait, I should have 2 of these. Where's my other one? Oh, there it is. Hear me there for a minute. Okay, make sure I've got these all going the right way. Those are facing, yes. That is correct. And this is the side I want to do. And I'm just doing both blocks at once. Okay, let me see. What did I do wrong? There, I think that's right. Oh, these are opposite. Okay, so the only problem I had with this one was that I had this turned the wrong direction, so I had to take, I had it turned like this instead of like these two. So I only had to take one end off and then just flip it around. So far, that's the only problem I've had, I should say. Now I've got to sew these two back on. Then this will be ready to put the 3 units together. There we go. Now they're facing the same way. Okay, now just got to sew these two together and then put this one on. And I will clip these. Make sure I've got those going the right way. Wait. Yeah, that's right. It's here and here and here and here. Those are the ones you got to watch because everything else kind of falls in to the right position once you get those placed correctly. I think I've got a little problem with the seam in that one. This one's okay. Just have to press it now. I had a seam that was a little thick here, and so my needle kind of went up off of the pathway. So let me fix that. Okay, that should make it better. Try this again. Okay, now I don't remember if Jessica said she opened these seams or not, but I think I'm going to try it and see what happens. There's that one. This one, I do not open the seams. I just press them towards the center. And I think it worked just as well. And it was a lot easier. Okay, let's see. Here we go. This would make a cute one block quilt with all of these running through that way and all the background running through this way. I think that'd make a really cute quilt. Kind of reminds me of the jewel box quilt that I did. That's block 14. Let me put a label on it. I think I got 13 labeled. Oh, my design board's getting heavy. So there's 13 and 14. Let me just take these two off because I've already shown all of these. Now, here is block 14. Block 14. This one looks pretty simple, especially compared to the to block 13. And I think I really like the way this came out too, with this these diamonds going this way, and then the background diamonds going that way. At first, I made the mistake of turning one of these the wrong way, but I caught it before I got too far into piecing it. When I was laying it out, I caught it. So that's all fixed, and this one went pretty smooth. So I'm happy to have blocks 1 through 14 done, but I'm still a week behind. I still need to do 15 and 16, but I do still have to do those other 2 blocks, so that will probably be in my next video. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. God bless.